Welcome back, American coin hunter. The 2020 Lincoln penny is a coin that, at first glance, might seem ordinary, just another entry in the long lineage of United States 1-cent coins. Yet for collectors and numismatists, it has become a topic of intense fascination, debate, and excitement. The 2020 penny was minted at the Denver Mint, marked clearly with the familiar D mint mark that has been a symbol of the Denver Mint for over a century. This penny weighs exactly 2.5 grams, composed of a copper-plated zinc alloy, a standard that has been in place since 1982 when the U.S. Mint transitioned from the 95% copper composition of earlier pennies to a more cost-effective 97.5% zinc core with a thin copper plating. On the obverse side, the coin features the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909 to commemorate the centennial of Lincoln's birth, a design that has endured for over a century and remains one of the most iconic and recognizable in American coinage. Lincoln's profile, facing right, is detailed and dignified, the lines of his face and beard sharply etched into the coin's surface, with the inscriptions "In God We Trust" arching above his head, "Liberty" to the left, and the year 2020 to the right, just beside the Denver Mint D mark. The reverse side of the coin, following the design introduced in 2010, features a depiction of the Union Shield, a design meant to symbolize unity and strength, especially significant given the social and political climates of recent decades. The shield has 13 vertical stripes representing the original colonies, topped by a horizontal bar with the inscription E Pluribus Unum. This design replaced the previous Lincoln Memorial reverse that had been in place for decades, giving the coin a modern yet historically resonant feel. Every minute detail on the coin, from the lettering to the lines on the shield, can reveal fascinating insights when examined under magnification. For collectors, these details are critical because errors in minting, whether doubling, die cracks, misstrikes, or off-center strikes, can turn an otherwise ordinary penny into a highly valuable collectible, sometimes worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars depending on rarity and condition. The 2020 penny is particularly notable among collectors due to a few specific minting errors that have been documented. One of the most famous of these is the double die obverse error, where the inscriptions, particularly the date and the word liberty, show visible doubling due to a misalignment in the die during the minting process. Coins exhibiting this error are extremely rare, as only a limited number are found in circulation or preserved by collectors who actively seek out anomalies. In addition to double die errors, some 2020 pennies have been found with off-center strikes, where the coin blank did not align perfectly under the press, resulting in a portion of Lincoln's portrait or the Union Shield missing from the coin's design, creating a visually striking anomaly that numismatists prize highly. There are also die cracks, small raised lines that appear due to tiny fissures in the dies used for striking coins. Each crack tells a story of the immense pressure and precision required in the minting process and transforms a standard penny into a numismatic treasure. The market value of a 2020 penny, especially those with minting errors, has reached staggering heights. While a standard 2020 penny in circulated condition might only be worth face value, uncirculated examples in pristine condition, graded MS-65 or higher, can command prices of $1, $2, or slightly more among casual collectors. However, the presence of significant errors dramatically increases the value. For instance, a 2020 double die penny or an off-center strike in high-grade condition can reach thousands of dollars at auction. Reports and estimates by prominent coin collectors and numismatic boards suggest that the total market for notable 2020 penny errors could potentially be valued at over $167 million when considering the limited number of error coins held privately or in institutional collections worldwide. The fascination with these coins is not just about monetary value, but about the story each coin tells, the chance occurrence during minting, the moment a rare anomaly was pressed into existence, and the journey from production at the Denver Mint to being discovered in a pocket, a jar, or a dealer's collection decades later. Beyond their value, the 2020 pennies are part of a rich historical continuum. The Lincoln cent has been minted continuously since 1909, making it the longest-running coin series in U.S. history. Each penny represents not just currency, but a slice of American history, reflecting the era of its minting. The 2020 penny is particularly symbolic because it was produced during a tumultuous year in American history, a year marked by global events that reshaped economies and societies. Collectors often consider the year of a coin's production, not just for historical interest, but for the story it tells about production volumes, public circulation, and potential survivorship of rare errors. In 2020, despite the challenges faced by the U.S. Mint due to the COVID-19 pandemic, millions of pennies were produced, and the errors that slipped through quality control have become some of the most coveted items among modern coin collectors. The process of creating a penny begins with carefully controlled metal blanks, punched from large sheets of copper-plated zinc. These blanks are polished and prepared to exacting standards to ensure consistency. Each die, a steel stamp engraved with the intricate design, is carefully inspected, yet even with advanced technology, minor imperfections can occur. These imperfections, whether a slight doubling of letters, an incomplete strike, or a misaligned design, are the seeds of future collectible coins. In many ways, the rarity and desirability of a coin are inversely related to the strictness of minting standards. The more perfect the quality control, the fewer the errors. The more errors survive, the greater the excitement for collectors. Collectors often use magnifying tools, microscopes, and careful lighting to examine coins for such imperfections. When a coin like the 2020 penny is found with a distinctive double die, an off-center strike, or unusual die cracks, it is immediately isolated and verified, often submitted to professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. These services provide authentication and assign a grade based on condition, rarity, and the quality of the error. Coins graded MS67 or higher, especially with prominent errors, can fetch extraordinary sums in private sales or public auctions, sometimes exceeding tens of thousands of dollars per coin. The market for such coins is global, with collectors in the US, Europe, and Asia competing for the rarest examples. Auction records indicate that error coins, when combined with historical significance and limited availability, can collectively reach values in the hundreds of millions, which aligns with estimates for the 2020 penny errors collectively reaching around $167 million. For many collectors, the allure of the 2020 penny is also personal. Searching through rolls of coins, examining each penny under light and magnification, is part of the thrill of numismatics. It's a blend of patience, expertise, and luck. Some collectors have dedicated entire collections to Lincoln cents, carefully cataloging every year, mint mark, and known error. The 2020 pennies are particularly exciting because they represent modern coins, meaning collectors can witness errors as they are discovered, rather than relying solely on historical finds. In some cases, coins that are discovered in circulation or purchased from local banks have gone on to achieve enormous recognition and monetary reward within the collector community. The physical characteristics of the 2020 penny are standard but precise. With a diameter of 19.05 millimeters and a thickness of 1.52 millimeters, it is identical in size to the traditional 1-cent coin, allowing for uniform circulation and consistency. The edge is smooth, without any reading, which is typical for pennies and facilitates stacking and handling. Despite its small size, the details of the design, Lincoln's face, the inscriptions, the Union shield, are finely crafted, providing clear evidence of the high level of engraving skill and die preparation required. Every ridge, line, and letter is a testament to the meticulous standards of the U.S. Mint, and the coins that deviate from these standards are what makes certain examples so compelling to collectors. The story of the 2020 penny does not end at the mint. Once released, these coins circulate in everyday life, often unnoticed in wallets, jars, and cash registers. It is in these mundane settings that some of the most valuable coins are discovered. A collector might purchase a roll of pennies from a bank and, upon inspection, find a rare double die or off-center strike. The discovery process is part of the excitement, and the hunt for errors adds a treasure hunting aspect to coin collecting. Over time, these coins often enter private collections or auctions, where they are highly sought after and can dramatically increase in value. The 2020 penny also represents an intersection between modern minting technology and traditional coinage artistry. While the U.S. Mint uses precise machinery and automated processes, each coin's creation is still subject to minute imperfections, making every error coin a bridge between human craftsmanship and technological precision. This duality appeals to collectors who appreciate both the artistry and the technical aspects of coin production. Additionally, because the 2020 penny was minted during a year of significant global events, it has a historical resonance that extends beyond numismatics, making it not only a collectible but also a cultural artifact. The market trends for 2020 pennies, especially error coins, have shown steady growth. Prices at auction have consistently risen, with rare examples often exceeding expectations. Collectors' forums, coin conventions, and online marketplaces all report increasing interest, driven by both the rarity of errors and the historical significance of the coin. The total estimated market value of $167 million reflects not only the scarcity of these coins, but also the intense demand from collectors, investors, and enthusiasts who understand that modern error coins represent a unique opportunity for high-value collecting in a relatively short time span. Collectors also pay attention to provenance, the history of a coin's ownership. Coins with documented discovery stories or prior auction records often fetch premium prices, particularly when verified by reputable grading services. A 2020 penny with a prominent double die that was discovered in the Midwest, for instance, may carry additional appeal due to its known history, adding to its collectible value. Some coins are preserved in special holders, with protective encapsulation and certification that guarantees authenticity, ensuring that these modern artifacts are preserved for future generations while maintaining their market value. The 2020 Lincoln penny, despite being a modern coin, has captured the attention of serious numismatists and casual collectors alike because it represents an intersection of meticulous minting and the rare, almost serendipitous occurrence of error coins. One of the most fascinating aspects of this coin is the sheer variety of errors that have been observed in the 2020 minting batch. These errors can range from minor imperfections that only show under magnification to striking anomalies that make a coin instantly recognizable and highly sought after. Double die errors, in particular, occur when the die used to strike the coin has an imperfection, creating a visible doubling effect on letters, numbers, or design elements. For the 2020 penny, the most commonly doubled elements are the date, 2020, and the word liberty, where collectors can see faint or pronounced secondary impressions, sometimes slightly offset, that create a ghost-like effect. While the error might appear subtle to the untrained eye, for collectors, it is a hallmark of rarity, and a coin with a strong, easily identifiable double die can fetch thousands of dollars depending on its condition. In addition to double dies, off-center strikes are another category of error that has made the 2020 penny particularly interesting. In an off-center strike, the coin blank is not perfectly aligned in the press, causing part of the design to be missing. This can range from a slight misalignment, where only a fraction of Lincoln's portrait is missing, to dramatic cases where almost half of the design is absent. Off-center coins are not only visually striking but also rare, because the minting process is designed to prevent such occurrences. When a 2020 penny is found with a significant off-center strike, especially one exceeding 25% misalignment, collectors recognize it immediately as a high-value error, often sending it to professional grading services for authentication and encapsulation. Die cracks, another fascinating category of minting errors, also appear in some 2020 pennies. A die crack occurs when the steel die used to strike the coin develops a small fissure due to stress and repeated use. These cracks transfer onto the coin itself as raised, irregular lines. For the 2020 penny, die cracks may appear on Lincoln's shoulder, across the date, or extending through the shield on the reverse side. While die cracks might seem like minor imperfections, they create a distinct visual character and uniqueness for each coin affected. Collectors often prize these coins not only for their rarity, but also for the insight they provide into the minting process itself. Every crack is a silent testament to the immense pressures involved in producing millions of pennies with precision and speed. The market for error coins like the 2020 penny is particularly vibrant because collectors place immense value on scarcity and condition. Coins are graded based on their preservation, from circulated to uncirculated conditions, and professional grading services such as PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, play a vital role in establishing authenticity and market value. For example, an uncirculated 2020D penny graded MS65, Mint State 65, might be worth only a few dollars if it is a normal coin, but the presence of a doubled die, off-center strike, or prominent die crack can elevate its value exponentially. Coins graded MS67 or higher with noticeable errors can command auction prices in the thousands, and extremely rare examples have even reached tens of thousands of dollars. These coins are often featured in high-profile auctions, sometimes selling for prices that far exceed initial expectations due to bidding competition from collectors worldwide. One of the unique aspects of the 2020 penny market is the growing interest in modern-era coins. Traditionally, collectors focused on older coins, those minted in the 19th or early 20th centuries, but modern eras have gained prominence because they offer the excitement of discovery in real time. Unlike historic coins, whose provenance is often established decades or centuries ago, 2020 penny errors are being found today in circulation, giving collectors the rare thrill of uncovering a high-value coin in everyday life. This has created a competitive environment where collectors actively search rolls of pennies from banks, inspect change received in daily transactions, and participate in online communities dedicated to documenting every known error. Each discovery is meticulously recorded, photographed, and sometimes submitted for certification to professional grading services, further establishing the coin's market value and historical significance. The 2020 penny is also remarkable because it represents a period of significant change and adaptation for the U.S. Mint. In 2020, global events disrupted normal operations, yet the Denver Mint successfully produced millions of pennies, including both standard circulation coins and those with rare errors. The volume of production was carefully monitored, yet errors inevitably slipped through, as is always the case with large-scale minting operations. Each 2020 penny that exhibits a notable error becomes a snapshot of that period, capturing a moment in American numismatic history. Collectors view these coins as more than just currency. They are artifacts, tangible evidence of both the precision and the fallibility of modern minting processes. Another interesting aspect of 2020 pennies is the wide range of error types documented by collectors. In addition to doubled dies, off-center strikes, and die cracks, some coins exhibit what is known as cut errors, where a portion of the die has broken off entirely, leaving a raised, blob-like area on the coin. These cut errors are visually striking and immediately recognizable, often becoming the centerpiece of a collection. Coins with cut errors are highly sought after and can command premium prices, particularly when paired with high-grade preservation. Other error types include die clashes, where the obverse and reverse dies strike each other without a coin blank in between, leaving ghostly impressions of design elements from one side imprinted onto the other. 2020 pennies with die clash errors are extremely rare and, when authenticated, can fetch extraordinary sums at auction. The intrinsic characteristics of the 2020 penny, from its composition to its dimensions, also play a role in collector interest. At 2.5 grams and 19.05 millimeters in diameter, the coin is small but perfectly proportioned, with a smooth edge and a copper-plated zinc alloy composition that has become standard for modern pennies. The copper plating is thin yet resilient, providing the familiar reddish appearance, while the zinc core reduces production costs and maintains consistent weight. Collectors often examine these physical attributes in conjunction with any errors, noting the sharpness of Lincoln's features, the clarity of the inscriptions, and the depth of the Union shield on the reverse. Even subtle variations, such as differences in the copper plating or minor die polishing marks, can contribute to a coin's uniqueness and value. The 2020 penny also has cultural and historical resonance. Lincoln's portrait, unchanged since 1909, connects this modern coin to over a century of American history, while the Union shield on the reverse evokes themes of unity and strength. The coin's production during a year marked by global uncertainty adds an additional layer of meaning, making it a symbol of endurance and continuity. Collectors often value coins not only for monetary potential but for the story they tell, the connection to history, and the way they embody a specific moment in time. Each error coin becomes a narrative in itself, representing both the imperfection of human and mechanical processes and the opportunity for discovery that drives numismatics. Market data shows that interest in 2020D penny errors has continued to rise. Auctions, online marketplaces, and collector forums report increasing demand, particularly for coins with prominent double dies or off-center strikes. The collective market value of these coins, when factoring in rarity, condition, and provenance, is estimated at approximately $167 million. This figure reflects not just the coins themselves, but the global interest in acquiring and preserving modern numismatic anomalies. Investors and collectors alike recognize that these coins are finite, their value likely to appreciate over time as fewer examples remain in circulation and as more coins enter private collections. The allure of the 2020D Lincoln penny, especially those exhibiting minting errors, lies not only in its rarity, but also in the story behind each coin. The very nature of a coin being struck incorrectly is a combination of timing, mechanical pressure, and sheer chance. In the Denver Mint, millions of coins are produced every day under the scrutiny of highly automated machinery. Yet even in such a precise environment, human oversight and machine variability can result in unique anomalies. These anomalies, which might be as subtle as a doubled letter or as dramatic as a coin missing nearly half its design, create a universe of collectibles that numismatists obsessively study. Some coins are discovered in circulation by casual collectors, while others remain hidden for years in unsearched coin rolls or forgotten collections, only to be rediscovered decades later. For modern collectors, the thrill comes not from the historical age of the coin, but from the immediate opportunity to uncover a valuable piece of contemporary numismatic history. One of the most compelling categories of error on the 2020D penny is the double die obverse, a phenomenon where the date, Liberty, or In God We Trust, appears to have been stamped twice. This occurs due to misalignment during the creation of the master die, a critical stage where precision is paramount. The doubling can be dramatic, with clearly visible secondary images offset slightly from the primary impression, creating a ghost-like appearance. Coins exhibiting this error are rare and highly sought after, particularly those in high-grade condition. Collectors value the strongest, most obvious double dies because they are immediately recognizable and can command prices far above average error coins. Some of these coins have sold in private sales and auctions for sums reaching thousands of dollars, with MS-67 or MS-68 examples commanding especially high premiums due to their pristine preservation and striking clarity of the error. Off-center strikes are another captivating form of error for the 2020D penny. In these instances, the coin blank or planchet is not perfectly centered under the press, causing part of Lincoln's profile, the Union shield, or both to be missing. The degree of off-centering can vary significantly, from minor misalignments barely noticeable without magnification to dramatic shifts where half or more of the coin's design is absent. These coins are instantly eye-catching and highly collectible. Their value increases exponentially with the severity of the misalignment, especially when paired with an uncirculated grade. Coins with severe off-center strikes have historically sold at auction for thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars, particularly if the coin is preserved in a protective holder and certified by a professional grading service. Die cracks are yet another type of anomaly found on the 2020D penny. These small fissures in the die transfer onto the coin as raised, irregular lines, often visible under magnification or strong lighting. Collectors prize coins with prominent die cracks because each one is unique, essentially turning a standard coin into a one-of-a-kind collectible. Die cracks may appear across Lincoln's cheek, his beard, the date, or the Union shield, sometimes forming intricate patterns that are as visually intriguing as they are rare. The study of die cracks allows collectors to trace the life of a particular die, providing insight into the minting process and the stresses endured by the machinery used to produce millions of coins. For collectors, owning a coin with a die crack is like possessing a small piece of mint history, an artifact that connects them directly to the process of coin creation. In addition to these well-documented errors, some 2020D pennies exhibit cut errors, where a portion of the die has broken off entirely, leaving raised, blob-like areas on the coin's surface. These errors are visually dramatic and immediately recognizable, making them highly desirable among collectors. Die clash errors, another rare type, occur when the obverse and reverse dies strike each other without a coin blank in between, leaving ghostly impressions of design elements on the opposite side. 2020D pennies with die clash errors are extremely rare and can fetch extraordinary sums at auction. Each type of error contributes to the diversity and excitement of collecting modern Lincoln cents, allowing enthusiasts to specialize in certain anomalies or build comprehensive collections that document the full spectrum of minting imperfections. The physical specifications of the 2020D penny also play a role in its collectability. Weighing 2.5 grams and measuring 19.05 millimeters in diameter, the coin is small but precisely engineered. Its smooth edge and copper-plated zinc alloy composition have been standard since 1982, providing consistent weight and appearance while reducing production costs. Collectors often examine these physical characteristics closely, noting subtle variations in the thickness of the copper plating, the sharpness of the design elements, or even faint polishing lines left from the minting process. These details, while minute, can enhance a coin's uniqueness and sometimes its market value. Professional grading is an essential component in establishing a coin's value. The scale ranges from MS60, representing a minimally uncirculated coin with some marks, to MS70, representing a flawless specimen. For 2020D pennies, even small differences in grade can result in significant price changes, particularly for coins with errors. For instance, a double-die MS65 penny may sell for several $1,000s, whereas the same coin in MS67 condition could fetch considerably more due to the exceptional preservation of its detail and error clarity. Certification services, such as PCGS and NGC, authenticate the coin, document the error, and encapsulate it to prevent damage. Collectors often rely on these services to ensure trust in transactions and to maintain the long-term value of their investments. The market for 2020D penny errors is robust and international. Collectors from the United States, Europe, and Asia actively participate in auctions and online marketplaces, driving up prices for rare examples. Auction houses report that high-quality error coins can attract competitive bidding, sometimes exceeding initial estimates by large margins. The combination of rarity, condition, and error type determines final sale prices. Reports suggest that the collective market for 2020D penny errors could exceed $167 million, a staggering figure considering the coin's nominal face value of 1 cent. This market growth is fueled not only by the scarcity of the coins, but also by the increasing appreciation for modern numismatic anomalies, which provide both an investment opportunity and a tangible connection to contemporary minting history. Collector strategies for finding valuable 2020D pennies vary widely. Some enthusiasts scour rolls of pennies purchased from banks, inspecting each coin under magnification to detect errors. Others monitor online auctions and forums, where rare finds are often listed or discussed in detail. The internet has revolutionized modern coin collecting, allowing collectors to share discoveries, authenticate anomalies, and track market trends in real time. Detailed photographic documentation and professional certification further enhance the value of coins, creating a competitive environment where knowledge, patience, and meticulous attention to detail are rewarded. Provenance also plays a crucial role in establishing a coin's value. Coins with documented histories, particularly those discovered in circulation or previously featured in auctions, often command premium prices. For example, a 2020D penny with a known double die discovered in the Midwest and authenticated by PCGS may sell for significantly more than an otherwise identical coin without documented history. Provenance provides credibility, enhances collector confidence, and contributes to the broader narrative of the coin, connecting it to a specific moment, location, or individual. The 2020D penny also has cultural significance. Lincoln's portrait, unchanged for over a century, links the coin to the broader narrative of American history. The Union Shield on the reverse symbolizes national unity and strength, themes that resonate particularly during times of societal challenge. The year 2020, marked by global disruption and social change, adds another layer of meaning. making these coins artifacts of contemporary history. Collectors value them not only as monetary assets, but also as symbols of resilience and continuity, tangible reminders of a historical moment preserved in metal. The story of the 2020D penny with minting errors becomes even more fascinating when examining documented auction sales and individual coins that have commanded extraordinary prices. In recent years, several 2020D pennies with significant double-die errors have appeared at prominent auctions, often attracting intense bidding from collectors worldwide. For instance, a double-die obverse 2020D penny discovered in circulation in the Midwest garnered national attention when it was submitted to PCGS for grading. Certified as MS67 with a strong, clearly visible doubled impression on both the date and Liberty, the coin sold for over $7,500, an astounding figure for a penny that, at face value, is worth just 1 cent. The provenance of the coin added to its allure. It had been purchased in a standard roll of pennies from a local bank, demonstrating the thrill of chance in modern coin collecting. Collectors were captivated by the story, the journey from everyday currency to a certified numismatic treasure, and it reinforced the idea that modern coins, particularly those with errors, can achieve remarkable value. Another notable auction featured a 2020D penny with an off-center strike of approximately 35%, where nearly half of Lincoln's portrait was missing. This coin, graded MS66, had never circulated and was preserved in pristine condition. The rarity and visual impact of such a dramatic misalignment drew significant attention from bidders in the United States and Asia, ultimately selling for $12,500. What makes off-center strikes particularly appealing is their visual drama. Unlike doubled dies, which require close inspection to appreciate fully, an off-center strike is immediately noticeable, a bold imperfection that transforms the coin into a miniature work of art. Collectors often describe the effect as frozen motion, capturing a moment in the minting process that could not have been replicated, making each coin entirely unique. Die crack errors on 2020D pennies also have a strong following, with certain coins achieving impressive auction results. One MS65 example displayed an intricate network of raised lines across Lincoln's shoulder and beard, resulting from a fissure in the obverse die. The unique pattern of cracks made this coin one of a kind, as no other surviving 2020D penny exhibited a similar formation. At auction, it sold for $4,800, demonstrating how even relatively subtle errors can achieve substantial value when the condition, rarity, and visual impact align. Collectors often seek such coins not only for investment purposes, but also for their aesthetic and historical significance. Each die crack is a fingerprint of the minting process, a tangible record of the immense pressure and precision involved in producing millions of coins. Cut errors, while less common, have also appeared in 2020D pennies and have proven highly collectible. A notable example featured a raised, irregular mass on the rim of the coin, caused by a portion of the die breaking off entirely. This coin, graded MS66, sold for $8,200 at a specialized numismatic auction. The visual impact of a cut error is striking, immediately drawing the eye to the abnormal raised area. Collectors prize such anomalies not only for rarity, but also for their uniqueness, as no two cut errors are identical. Die clash errors, although extremely rare, can fetch even higher prices. In these cases, ghostly impressions of Lincoln's portrait or the Union shield appear on the opposite side of the coin, creating a surreal, almost artistic effect. A well-documented die clash 2020D penny, graded MS67, sold privately for $15,000, reflecting the intense interest from collectors who appreciate both the technical rarity and visual appeal of these modern errors. The collector's journey to identify and acquire these coins is meticulous and often requires patience and expertise. Many collectors purchase rolls of pennies from local banks, carefully examining each coin under magnification for anomalies. Tools such as digital microscopes, loop magnifiers, and specialized lighting are essential for detecting subtle errors like minor double dies or faint die cracks. Collectors often photograph potential error coins and consult online forums or numismatic communities to compare findings and verify authenticity. Professional grading services are frequently used to authenticate and grade coins, adding credibility and establishing market value. Coins that are certified and encapsulated in protective holders not only maintain their condition, but also gain a level of prestige and trust that enhances their desirability. Understanding the various types of double die errors is critical for modern collectors of the 2020 penny. Minor doubling, sometimes visible only under magnification, can indicate a weak or early stage die error. Strong doubling, on the other hand, is immediately apparent, often creating a ghost-like effect that emphasizes letters, numerals, or design features. For the 2020 penny, the most common doubled elements include the year 2020 and the word liberty, though other inscriptions may occasionally display doubling. Collectors often categorize doubled dies based on strength and visibility, using this classification to estimate rarity and value. Coins with the strongest, most obvious doubled dies are particularly prized, as they are easier to identify and authenticate, ensuring higher demand in the market. Off-center strikes can be classified by the percentage of the coin's design that is missing. Minor misalignments of 1 to 10% are relatively common and generally less valuable, while dramatic misalignments exceeding 25% are extremely rare and highly collectible. Collectors use precise measurements to quantify the degree of off-centering, often photographing coins from multiple angles to document the anomaly. Coins with severe off-center strikes are considered showpieces in a collection, their visual impact unmatched by other error types. Die cracks provide yet another layer of intrigue for collectors. Each crack is unique, forming patterns that can resemble spider webs, lightning bolts, or abstract art. Some coins exhibit a single prominent crack, while others display complex networks of multiple lines. Collectors often study the orientation, thickness, and location of die cracks to determine their rarity and potential value. Coins with intricate or visually striking die crack patterns, particularly in uncirculated condition, can achieve impressive auction results, as evidenced by past sales of 2020 pennies with distinctive fissures. The broader historical context of the 2020 penny also enhances its appeal. The Lincoln Cent series has been produced continuously since 1909, making it the longest-running coin series in U.S. history. The 2020 penny connects modern collectors to over a century of American numismatics, bridging past and present through design continuity and minting innovation. The Union Shield Reverse, introduced in 2010, reinforces this connection, symbolizing the unity and resilience of the nation while providing a canvas for potential minting errors. The combination of historical significance, modern production, and the presence of rare anomalies makes the 2020 penny an exceptionally compelling collectible. Market analysis suggests that the value of 2020 penny errors will continue to grow. As more coins are discovered and certified, the number of available examples diminishes, increasing scarcity and demand. Collectors and investors recognize that these coins are finite, and high-quality examples with prominent errors are likely to appreciate over time. Auction records, private sales, and online marketplaces indicate that prices for significant error coins are steadily rising, reflecting both the rarity and desirability of these anomalies. With an estimated total market value of approximately $167 million, the 2020 penny has established itself as one of the most significant modern error coin phenomena, attracting attention from collectors, investors, and enthusiasts worldwide. Collectors often employ meticulous strategies to acquire these coins. Beyond searching bankrolls, they monitor online forums, auction listings, and social media groups dedicated to coin errors. Collaboration within the collector community allows for verification, sharing of discoveries, and increased awareness of market trends. Professional certification remains a key factor in establishing a coin's credibility, as certified coins are more readily accepted in auctions and private sales. Encapsulation protects the coin from wear, oxidation, and handling damage, ensuring that the coin maintains its grade and visual appeal over time. The journey of the 2020 Lincoln penny does not end with its minting or initial discovery. It continues through the personal stories of collectors who dedicate years to studying, hunting, and preserving these coins. One particularly fascinating story involves a collector in Ohio who, while searching through rolls of pennies obtained from a local bank, discovered a 2020D penny with a dramatic off-center strike. Nearly 40% of Lincoln's profile was missing, yet the coin's copper-plated zinc composition remained flawless, preserving every remaining detail. The collector immediately recognized the rarity of the coin and submitted it to PCGS for grading. Certified as MS66 with an off-center strike exceeding 35%, the coin sold at auction for $13,200. What makes this story remarkable is not only the value realized, but the serendipity of discovery. A reminder that even in the modern age, ordinary rolls of change can yield extraordinary treasures. Another compelling tale comes from a collector in Texas who specializes in doubled die pennies. While inspecting a batch of coins from a local coin dealer, they identified a 2020D penny with a pronounced doubled impression on the date and the word Liberty. The doubling was so strong that it was visible to the naked eye, creating a ghost-like overlay that immediately distinguished it from ordinary pennies. After submission to NGC for certification, the coin was graded MS67 and sold for $9,800. This discovery not only highlighted the value of modern era coins, but also demonstrated the importance of expertise and attention to detail in identifying such anomalies. Collectors like this often spend hours examining coins, relying on magnification, proper lighting, and comparative reference materials to detect even subtle imperfections that could indicate an error. Understanding how these errors occur provides insight into both the minting process and why coins like the 2020D penny are so prized. The minting process begins with the creation of planchets, circular metal blanks cut from large sheets of copper-plated zinc. Each planchet is polished, weighed, and inspected before being fed into high-pressure coin presses. The dies, intricately engraved steel stamps bearing the obverse and reverse designs, strike the planchets with immense force, often exceeding 100 tons of pressure. While the machinery is highly automated and designed for precision, minor misalignments, die imperfections, and mechanical work can result in errors. Doubled dies, for example, occur when the die itself is engraved or hubbed incorrectly, leaving faint secondary impressions on the coin's surface. Off-center strikes happen when the planchet is not perfectly aligned under the press, while die cracks emerge as a result of repeated stress causing fissures in the steel die. Cut errors result from chunks of the die breaking off, leaving raised, irregular areas on the coin. Each of these errors is essentially a fingerprint of the minting process, a moment frozen in metal that transforms a common coin into a unique collectible. Comparing the 2020D penny to earlier Lincoln cent errors provides additional context for its significance. Throughout the history of the Lincoln cent, collectors have identified numerous notable anomalies, from the 1955 double die obverse, which remains one of the most famous error coins in American history, to smaller-scale modern errors produced in the 2000s and 2010s. What makes the 2020D penny particularly intriguing is that it represents the intersection of modern minting technology and human error in a contemporary context. While older coins often carry the weight of historical nostalgia and scarcity due to age, the 2020D penny allows collectors to experience the thrill of discovery in real time. Modern errors are documented almost immediately, and their provenance can be traced accurately, adding a layer of certainty and trust to transactions that may not exist for century-old coins. Market forecasting for 2020D penny errors indicates strong potential for appreciation. As collectors continue to discover and authenticate coins, the total number of available examples in pristine condition diminishes. This natural scarcity, combined with growing interest from both new and seasoned collectors, suggests that the value of high-grade error coins will continue to rise. For instance, a 2020D penny with a minor doubled die may currently sell for several $1,000s, but as fewer examples remain uncirculated and certified, MS67 or higher specimens could achieve even more substantial premiums. Off-center strikes exceeding 30% misalignment or coins with intricate die cracks may become even more coveted, particularly as the market recognizes their rarity relative to other modern errors. The combination of scarcity, visual appeal, and historical significance creates a strong foundation for both numismatic and investment interest. Collectors employ meticulous strategies to maximize their chances of finding valuable 2020D pennies. Many rely on bulk purchases of rolls from banks, carefully inspecting each coin under magnification for anomalies. Others monitor auction sites, online marketplaces, and collector forums, where discoveries are frequently shared in real time. Networking within the collector community allows enthusiasts to gain knowledge about recent finds, identify potential errors, and establish credibility for sales or trades. Certification by PCGS or NGC is often pursued for coins that exhibit significant errors, providing authentication, grading, and encapsulation that preserves both condition and market value. Protective holders prevent damage from handling, oxidation, and environmental factors, ensuring that rare coins maintain their grade and appeal over time. The cultural and historical significance of the 2020 penny adds another layer to its allure. Lincoln's portrait, unchanged since 1909, connects modern collectors to over a century of American coinage. The Union Shield reverse, introduced in 2010, reinforces themes of unity and national strength, while also providing a visually rich design that can highlight errors in striking or alignment. The year 2020 itself carries historical weight, reflecting a period of societal and global upheaval that makes coins from this year particularly resonant. Collectors often value such coins not only for monetary gain, but also as tangible representations of history, objects that encapsulate the zeitgeist of their era. Professional numismatists and collectors often study minute details on the 2020 penny to identify potential errors or variations that might affect value. These details can include subtle differences in die polishing marks, variations in copper plating thickness, or minor anomalies in lettering alignment. Even coins that appear standard at first glance may reveal unexpected characteristics under magnification, providing opportunities for discovery and investment. This meticulous study reinforces the idea that modern era coins are both artistic and scientific artifacts, blending aesthetics, technology, and historical documentation into a single collectible object. The 2020 penny has also inspired broader collector interest in modern Lincoln cent errors. Enthusiasts now actively track production batches, minting volumes, and reported anomalies, creating comprehensive databases of known error types, photographic examples, and market values. These efforts allow collectors to identify trends, anticipate emerging errors, and make informed decisions about acquisitions and sales. By documenting discoveries and engaging with the wider numismatic community, collectors not only enhance their own collections, but also contribute to a growing body of knowledge that supports the appreciation and preservation of modern era coins. The monetary value of 2020 penny errors is directly influenced by rarity, condition, and type of error. Doubled dies, particularly strong and easily recognizable varieties, are among the most valuable, followed by dramatic off-center strikes and coins with prominent die cracks. Cut errors and die clashes, though less common, can also command significant premiums, particularly when graded MS66 or higher. The cumulative market value of these coins is estimated at over $167 million, reflecting both the limited supply of high-quality examples and the intense demand from collectors and investors. This valuation underscores the significance of the 2020 penny as a modern numismatic phenomenon, demonstrating that even contemporary coins can achieve extraordinary collectible status when rarity, error, and preservation intersect. The value and significance of the 2020 Lincoln penny become fully apparent when considering the detailed grading and certification process that underpins the modern numismatic market. Coins are graded on a scale from MS60 to MS70, where MS stands for mint state, indicating that the coin is uncirculated. MS60 represents the lowest grade of uncirculated coins, with minor imperfections or handling marks, while MS70 is the pinnacle of perfection, a flawless coin with no visible flaws even under 5x magnification. For collectors of the 2020 penny, grading is essential because even subtle differences can dramatically influence market value. An MS65 penny with a doubled die or off-center strike may sell for several $1,000s. But the same coin graded MS67 or higher could command tens of thousands due to its exceptional preservation and clarity of error. Certification by reputable organizations like PCGS or NGC guarantees the authenticity of the coin, documents its condition, and provides encapsulation to protect it from damage. This process also adds credibility in transactions, ensuring that buyers can trust both the grade and the presence of any error. Each 2020D penny is carefully examined during the grading process. Inspectors evaluate the sharpness of Lincoln's features, the clarity of inscriptions like Liberty and In God We Trust, the definition of the Union Shield, and the coin's overall surface quality. Coins with minting errors undergo additional scrutiny to verify the type and severity of the anomaly. Double dies are analyzed to determine their strength and location, off-center strikes are measured to calculate the percentage of misalignment, and die cracks are assessed for size, prominence, and impact on the design. Cut errors are examined to confirm that they resulted from die breakage rather than post-mint damage, while die clashes are studied to identify the transferred impressions accurately. The result is a detailed certification that serves as both authentication and a record of the coin's unique characteristics, providing collectors and investors with confidence in the coin's value. Collectors employ meticulous techniques to identify, preserve, and maximize the value of 2020D penny errors. Many begin by searching bank rolls or coin collections, examining each penny under magnification for subtle signs of doubling, cracking, or misalignment. Proper lighting is crucial, as certain errors are only visible under angled illumination or reflected light. Once a potential error is identified, collectors often photograph the coin, compare it to reference databases or online forums, and consult experts for verification. Coins with confirmed errors are frequently submitted for professional grading and encapsulation, both to protect their condition and to enhance their market value. Encapsulated coins are easier to trade, more attractive to potential buyers, and maintain their grade over time, which is particularly important for modern coins that may circulate and degrade without proper preservation. A detailed examination of each error type provides further insight into the 2020D penny's collectible appeal. Double dies, one of the most sought-after anomalies, occur when the die used to strike the coin is improperly engraved or hubbed, creating secondary impressions of letters, numerals, or design elements. The strength and visibility of the doubling determine its rarity and market value, with stronger, more obvious examples commanding the highest premiums. Off-center strikes, resulting from misaligned planchets, vary in severity, and coins with dramatic misalignments are prized for their visual impact. Die cracks, resulting from fissures in the steel dies, create raised, irregular lines that can form intricate patterns, adding uniqueness and aesthetic appeal. Cut errors, caused by pieces of the die breaking off entirely, create raised, blob-like areas, while die clashes, where the obverse and reverse dies strike each other without a planchet in between, leave ghostly impressions that are visually striking and exceedingly rare. Each of these anomalies transforms a seemingly ordinary penny into a one-of-a-kind collectible with both numismatic and aesthetic significance. The historical context of the 2020D penny further enhances its appeal. Lincoln cents have been produced continuously since 1909, making the series the longest running in U.S. coinage. The 2020D penny represents a modern era of minting, yet it maintains a direct connection to over a century of tradition through Lincoln's portrait and the Union Shield design. The year 2020 itself, marked by global social, economic, and health challenges, adds historical resonance, making these coins artifacts of a unique period in American history. Collectors recognize that even minor anomalies on modern pennies offer a tangible connection to these historical moments, providing a sense of continuity and cultural significance beyond the monetary value. Global interest in 2020D penny errors has also contributed to their market prominence. Collectors and investors from Europe, Asia, and other regions actively participate in auctions, online marketplaces, and coin forums, driving demand and raising prices for rare examples. International attention ensures that coins with prominent double dies, off-center strikes, or intricate die cracks achieve visibility far beyond the United States, contributing to a vibrant global market. Cross-border trade, certification, and shipping logistics have evolved to accommodate high-value modern errors, allowing coins like the 2020D penny to circulate among collectors worldwide while maintaining their condition and provenance. The broader numismatic significance of the 2020D penny is amplified by its role in modern collecting trends. Historically, collectors focused on older coins, those with century-spanning histories and proven scarcity due to age and circulation. Modern-era coins, however, provide an opportunity for immediate discovery, authentication, and investment. Collectors can witness the emergence of errors, document their characteristics, and participate in a real-time market, bridging the gap between historical numismatics and contemporary collecting. This shift has elevated the status of coins like the 2020 penny, positioning them as both collectibles and investment assets in a dynamic, expanding market. Preservation techniques are critical for maintaining the value of 2020 penny errors. Collectors often store coins in archival quality holders, away from humidity, direct light, and temperature fluctuations. Encapsulation by professional services provides additional protection while ensuring that the coin's certification and grade remain intact. Some collectors maintain detailed records of each coin, documenting acquisition dates, provenance, and any changes in market value over time. Such practices are essential for long-term investment, ensuring that the coin's condition, rarity, and historical significance are preserved for future generations. In terms of market valuation, the 2020 penny's estimated collective worth of over $167 million underscores the significance of modern-era coins. Doubled dies, particularly those with strong, easily recognizable command top premiums. Off-center strikes exceeding 25% misalignment are highly desirable, as are coins with prominent die cracks or intricate patterns. Cut errors and die clashes, though less frequent, often achieve extraordinary prices in specialized auctions. The convergence of rarity, visual appeal, and historical significance makes the 2020 penny a centerpiece of modern numismatic collecting, attracting both seasoned enthusiasts and new collectors seeking to participate in a tangible, historically relevant market. The educational value of collecting 2020 penny errors should not be overlooked. By studying doubled dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, and other anomalies, collectors gain insight into the technical and artistic aspects of coin production. The process illustrates the precision required to strike millions of coins consistently, the challenges inherent in large-scale minting, and the occasional imperfections that transform ordinary currency into collectible treasures. Modern collectors can thus appreciate both the scientific and artistic dimensions of numismatics, deepening their understanding of the minting process while engaging in a rewarding pursuit that combines history, art, and investment potential. The 2020 Lincoln penny has captured global attention not only for its modern minting errors, but also for the record-breaking sales that demonstrate its value to collectors and investors alike. One of the most remarkable sales involved a 2020 penny with an extreme off-center strike, where nearly 45% of Lincoln's portrait was missing. Discovered in circulation by a casual collector in Illinois, this coin was immediately recognized as a rare anomaly. Upon submission to PCGS, it was certified as MS-67 and featured a dramatic misalignment that made it visually striking. The coin ultimately sold at a specialized auction for $18,750, far surpassing initial estimates. The story of this coin illustrates the excitement of modern coin collecting. Ordinary change can transform into a high-value, sought-after numismatic treasure in the hands of an observant collector. Similarly, double die errors in 2020 pennies have consistently commanded impressive prices. A notable example involved a coin with strong doubling on both the date, 2020, and the word Liberty. This coin, graded MS-67 by NGC, had a crisp and fully visible doubled impression that was immediately recognizable to collectors. The auction attracted international bidders, reflecting the global interest in modern-era coins, and the penny sold for $12,300. These examples emphasize the relationship between error type, clarity, and preservation. Coins that display pronounced anomalies in high-grade condition are the most valuable and often achieve record-setting prices. Comparing the 2020 penny to historic Lincoln cent errors provides insight into the evolution of numismatics and the growing importance of modern anomalies. The 1955 double die obverse remains one of the most famous error coins in American history, revered for its dramatic doubling and scarcity. While the 2020 penny may not yet hold the same iconic status, it represents a contemporary parallel, showing that even modern minting processes are susceptible to rare and valuable errors. The 2020D penny allows collectors to experience the thrill of discovery in real time, rather than relying on historical legacy alone. Unlike older coins, which are limited in provenance and may have been previously circulated for decades, modern error pennies provide immediate documentation, certification, and market data, making them uniquely attractive to today's collectors and investors. Collector strategies for sourcing valuable 2020D pennies are both methodical and meticulous. Many collectors purchase rolls of pennies from banks, inspecting each coin individually under magnification. Subtle anomalies, such as minor doubling on letters or small die cracks, can be easily missed without proper lighting and careful observation. Online marketplaces, coin forums, and social media groups dedicated to numismatics have also become essential tools, allowing collectors to share discoveries, compare findings, and verify potential errors with the broader community. Professional grading and encapsulation are typically pursued once a coin is verified as an error, as certification provides authentication, grade documentation, and protection against environmental damage, significantly enhancing market value. The market for 2020D penny errors is both vibrant and competitive. Coins with prominent doubled dies, severe off-center strikes, or intricate die cracks consistently attract high bids in auctions, often exceeding expectations. Cut errors and die clashes, though less common, achieve extraordinary results due to their rarity and visual impact. Market analysts estimate that the total collective value of 2020D penny errors exceeds $167 million, reflecting both scarcity and sustained demand. The convergence of rarity, aesthetic appeal, and historical context ensures that these coins remain highly sought after, not only as collectibles, but as tangible investment assets. Collectors also study the nuances of each error type to maximize their understanding and potential returns. Double dies are categorized by strength, with minor doubling visible only under magnification and strong doubling immediately apparent to the naked eye. Off-center strikes are measured by the percentage of misalignment, with coins exceeding 25 to 30% misalignment considered the most valuable. Die cracks, often unique, are analyzed for pattern, thickness, and location on the coin. Cut errors and die clashes are scrutinized to ensure authenticity, as these anomalies are visually striking and command high premiums. By understanding these characteristics, collectors can make informed decisions when purchasing, grading, or selling 2020D penny errors. Historical comparisons further illustrate the significance of the 2020D penny. While older Lincoln cent errors, such as the 1943 copper penny or the 1955 double die, are valued for rarity and historical intrigue, modern errors like the 2020D penny offer immediacy, documentation, and verifiable provenance. Collectors can track discoveries, submit coins for professional grading, and participate in global auctions in real time. The modern context adds layers of engagement, making these coins not only objects of monetary value, but also artifacts of contemporary numismatic culture. Global interest has expanded the reach of 2020D penny errors. Collectors from Europe, Asia, and other regions actively monitor auctions and online marketplaces, creating competitive bidding environments that drive prices higher. International demand reinforces the significance of certification, as buyers rely on PCGS or NGC authentication to ensure both the grade and the presence of errors. Encapsulation provides protection during shipping and handling, preserving the coin's condition and investment potential. Cross-border transactions also highlight the modern interconnectedness of the numismatic market, with rare coins traveling across continents to reach eager collectors. Market forecasting suggests continued growth in value for 2020D penny errors. As more coins are discovered and certified, the total number of high-grade, error-prone examples diminishes, increasing scarcity. Coins with strong double dies, severe off-center strikes, or prominent die cracks are expected to appreciate steadily. Investors recognize that modern error pennies combine historical relevance, aesthetic appeal, and measurable scarcity, creating a unique asset class within numismatics. Collectors also benefit from long-term preservation strategies, maintaining detailed records of provenance, acquisition dates, and market performance to ensure optimal returns over time. The cultural significance of the Lincoln Cent series further enhances the 2020 D penny's appeal. Lincoln's portrait, in continuous use since 1909, represents ideals of leadership, resilience, and historical continuity. The Union Shield reverse design, introduced in 2010, symbolizes unity and strength, while also providing a visual canvas that emphasizes minting errors. The year 2020, marked by global events and societal change, adds historical resonance, making these pennies not only valuable as collectibles, but also meaningful artifacts of contemporary history. Collectors often view error coins as tangible representations of both human and mechanical processes, frozen in time for study and appreciation. The 2020 D penny also illustrates the intersection of artistry and technology in coin production. The creation of each planchet, the engraving of dies, and the striking process are all meticulously engineered to produce millions of coins with precision. Errors, when they occur, highlight the delicate balance between human oversight and machine automation, turning ordinary currency into collectible anomalies. Modern collectors appreciate these coins not only for financial value, but also as educational tools, providing insight into the minting process, metallurgy, and design evolution. The 2020 D Lincoln penny is more than just a small piece of metal. It is a modern artifact, a testament to the intricacies of minting, and a canvas for rare and fascinating errors that capture the imagination of collectors worldwide. Understanding how these errors form is key to appreciating their significance. During the minting process, planchets, or coin blanks, are fed into presses that strike them with immense pressure using engraved dies. Even with highly automated machinery, the smallest misalignment, microscopic defect in the die, or uneven pressure can result in anomalies such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, or cut errors. Each error tells a story about the mechanical and human processes behind coin production, providing collectors with a tangible connection to the minting process. Doubled die errors on the 2020 D penny remain among the most coveted. These occur when the die itself carries a secondary image from the hubbing process, imprinting letters, numerals, or design elements twice on the coin. Collectors prize coins with the strongest, most visible doubling, particularly when paired with high-grade preservation. Off-center strikes, caused by misaligned planchets, create coins with missing portions of Lincoln's portrait or the Union Shield. The severity of the misalignment directly affects value, with dramatic strikes commanding significant premiums. Die cracks, which appear as raised lines caused by fissures in the dies, create unique visual patterns that transform ordinary pennies into one-of-a-kind collectibles. Cut errors and die clashes, though less frequent, are highly sought after due to their rarity and distinctive appearance, often becoming centerpiece coins in modern collections. Collectors employ meticulous strategies to locate, authenticate, and preserve these coins. Bankrolls, circulation searches, and bulk purchases are common methods, while magnification tools and proper lighting reveal subtle anomalies that might otherwise be missed. Coins with confirmed errors are often submitted to grading services like PCGS or NGC for authentication and encapsulation, which provides a guarantee of authenticity, documents the coin's condition, and preserves its value for future transactions. Encapsulation protects coins from environmental damage and handling wear, ensuring that high-grade examples maintain their pristine condition. Collectors also maintain detailed records of provenance, acquisition, and market value to track appreciation and optimize investment potential. The 2020 D penny occupies a unique place in both historical and contemporary numismatics. Lincoln cents have been produced continuously since 1909, making the series the longest running in U.S. coinage history. The 2020 D penny connects modern collectors to this enduring tradition while reflecting the technological advancements of contemporary minting. The Union Shield design, introduced in 2010, symbolizes unity and strength, while the year 2020 itself carries historical significance, marking a period of global challenges that adds resonance to these coins. Collectors often value these pennies not only for their rarity and error anomalies, but also for the cultural and historical narratives they embody. The market for 2020 D penny errors is thriving, with international interest driving competitive bidding and increasing prices for high-grade examples. Coins with strong doubled dies, severe off-center strikes, intricate die cracks, or other visually striking anomalies consistently achieve premium prices at auction. Some record-breaking sales have exceeded $18,000 for individual pennies, demonstrating the substantial value modern errors can achieve. The cumulative market for these coins is estimated at over $167 million, reflecting both the finite supply of high-quality error pennies and the sustained interest from collectors and investors globally. Scarcity, aesthetic appeal, and historical significance converge to create a market that rewards both knowledge and meticulous attention to detail. Looking ahead, the value and significance of 2020 penny errors are likely to continue rising. As more coins are discovered, certified, and collected, fewer high-grade examples remain in circulation, increasing scarcity and demand. Advanced collectors may focus on sourcing specific error types, documenting anomalies, and participating in international auctions to acquire the rarest specimens. Coins with prominent doubled dies, severe misalignments, or unique die crack patterns will remain highly sought after, while certification and encapsulation will continue to play a central role in preserving market value. The 2020 penny thus offers both an immediate thrill of discovery and a long-term investment potential that blends numismatic passion with financial foresight. The enduring fascination with the 2020 penny lies in its combination of history, technology, artistry, and rarity. Each error coin represents a frozen moment in the minting process, a unique creation that could not have been replicated. Collectors and investors alike are drawn to the stories embedded in these coins. The chance discovery in a bankroll, the meticulous authentication process, the dramatic auction sale, and the historical context that connects modern minting to over a century of American coinage. Beyond monetary value, these pennies embody curiosity, diligence, and the joy of collecting, making them treasured pieces for both seasoned numismatists and new enthusiasts. In the end, the 2020 Lincoln penny with errors is a symbol of discovery, precision, and the beauty of imperfection. It is a coin that reminds us that even the smallest objects, a single cent, can hold extraordinary value, history, and meaning. From doubled dies to off-center strikes, die cracks, and cut errors, each anomaly adds character, narrative, and uniqueness, transforming an everyday object into a collectible of remarkable significance. For collectors, the 2020 penny represents an intersection of history, art, and investment, a coin that not only holds monetary value but also preserves a story, a moment in time, and a connection to the ongoing legacy of American coinage, whether discovered in circulation, purchased from a dealer, or acquired through auction. The 2020 penny with error stands as a testament to the excitement of modern numismatics, the thrill of discovery, and the enduring allure of Lincoln cents. Its market, valued at over $167 million, reflects the global demand, rarity, and cultural significance that make it one of the most fascinating coins of the modern era. Each coin tells a story, preserves history, and offers a unique opportunity for collectors to participate in the legacy of American coinage, ensuring that the 2020 penny will continue to captivate enthusiasts for generations to come. The 2020 penny is proof that even the smallest coin can carry immense value, not only in monetary terms, but also as a collectible, an artifact, and a symbol of both history and human ingenuity. Its errors are celebrated rather than dismissed, admired rather than overlooked, and carefully preserved rather than forgotten. In this way, the 2020 Lincoln penny transcends its nominal 1-cent value to become a lasting testament to precision, rarity, and the enduring fascination of numismatics, a treasure that will continue to inspire collectors, historians, and enthusiasts around the world for years to come.